Hey guys, it's your challenge girl Jackie here, and today, so for my channel, so I can actually do stuff. I'm gonna be also mixing in some story times and stuff. So the first thing I'm gonna talk about was my old house. So, as you know from my brother's channel, Andrew Buska, um, we moved to a new house, and yeah. So what I want to talk about that house is that my mom, and a few other people believed it was haunted. My brother doesn't believe it. My brother doesn't believe it. My sister doesn't believe it. But my youngest sister, my mom and dad, we all believed that it was haunted. And how, you may ask? Sorry about the lighting. It's really, really bad. Uh, Trying to save electricity and stay cool during the hot time. So, here's the story. So, sorry, my sister's gonna be coming in and out, so yeah, I have to keep it more quiet. So here's the story behind the house. So my mom actually looked it up, and there was an incident with a little girl about the house. I don't know if this girl's gonna come back and help me, but can you close the door all the way, please? Thanks.
No problem. Will I have to close this door?
I don't really care.
Don't you need the lighting?
Ah! That's probably better light.
Everything looks better with lighting.
Anyway, moving on with the story. So there was with the incident involving a little girl down that road and stuff, and it particularly. So here's the stories that I've encountered, and then there will be stories of when my family encounters. One of them being my little sister over there. Remember the time when you saw those? So here's my experiences. So I was in my room. I was in my room. Me, my little sister, my other little sister's room. I was in the room by myself doing stuff, and then I had we have these books of stuff, and so I don't know if they were pretty stable, to be exact. And one day, I was in my room. All of a sudden, the books fall out of nowhere. Sorry about the constant bat. That's my sister. Sorry if I also sound really rugged. I've been sick for the past 3 to 4 days, and I'm trying to get better. And also, I'm congested. So, back to the story. Um, so I screamed when it happened and ran downstairs and told him what happened. A lot of people don't believe my stories all the time because they think I make them up. I don't. And that's my first story. My second story is so at the old house, I never liked being. Could you close the door all the way? I never liked being home alone at that house, particularly because it creeped me out a lot. I always got a really, really bad vibe whenever I was downstairs by myself. Whenever I was upstairs by myself, I was fine. But when I was downstairs, I was so creeped out. Like, I thought I was being watched everywhere. So I was so creeped out that whenever I would wake up in the morning, I would turn on all my lights, all the lights in the house. Yeah, it was awesome. It was very awesome. Now, moving on. So what happened with this experience was I was home alone downstairs. I was having my mom had me make dinner because she wasn't gonna have time. So I just said, "What the heck? Why not? So I made, and it was spaghetti as well. I was making the noodles at the time, and I was waiting for the water to boil so I could put the noodles in. All of a sudden, quote, keep you guys in mind, I was home alone. Nobody was home. Nobody was there. It was just me. All of a sudden, I hear a bell ringing and I freak out. I immediately run upstairs to my room because I thought somebody was in the house and was like completely freaked out. And I was getting ready because I was reading on something on YouTube saying whenever there was a home invasion, there are 3 things to keep in mind: run, hide, fight. I was already running and hiding and I was getting ready to fight. But after like 2 to 5 minutes, nothing happened. So I went downstairs and nobody was there. It creeped me out so bad that I didn't want to keep on making dinner. But I had to, or else my mom would not be happy. So my brother comes home, which makes me feel better. But then he goes upstairs and makes me feel worse. And I'm just like, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. And in my head, I'm not fine. So, yeah. Now this is gonna be, now the next story is, happened to, my little sister over here, where it was us 4 alone at the house. What? No, it wasn't Grandma's house. It was remember the old house when thought you saw Andrew downstairs as a black figure? That story. So she was going downstairs to, what were you gonna do, actually? She was gonna do I think, were you gonna go wash the dishes? I think she was gonna do the dishes. But something happened that made her run straight back upstairs. And she said, I saw Andrew, like, washing dishes and all this stuff. And I'm just like, what? I go downstairs and I look and there's nothing there. And I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? Let's just say it creeped her out really bad that she didn't go back downstairs for like hours. Or she wouldn't go back downstairs unless I was downstairs or Brandon. And yeah, this next story was when my mom fully believed that the house was haunted. So it was late at night, possibly around like maybe midnight. All of us were asleep by the matter. We were all asleep. Me, my brothers, my sisters, my dad, my mom. All of a sudden, my mom heard a giant thud, and it scared the crap out of her. So, she went downstairs to see what it was, thinking it was maybe us. Nobody was downstairs. But the trick is, we have this giant family portrait of us before my other little sister was born. Oh my gosh, I sound so congested. Before my other little sister was born, where it was just me, my sister, where it was me, my sister, my mom, and dad, and my 2 brothers. That portrait fell. And let me tell you, that portrait's actually really heavy. And then there was a container that we kept all our wires, our video games, and our, did we keep DVDs in there? And our DVDs, I think. And that fell over too. And let me tell you, that was filled to the breaking point. My brother came downstairs, my big brother came downstairs also because he heard it. My mom asked him, did you hear that? And he said, yeah. And they were so confused. And I wasn't awake, by the way. If I were awake, I would probably freak the frick out. I would probably be freaking out and probably say, if there's any spirits here, show me a sign. Dang it. Either way, that was really creepy at first. There was another thing that paranoids all of us now. So every Valentine's Day or like any kind of holiday we always got balloons. It creeped all of us out to the point where balloons would follow us. It was so creepy. Let's just say this year my little sister actually tied balloons to the freaking closet. She was so paranoid when we kept on telling her it wasn't going to happen. And she's making slime in the freaking bathroom. Either way, it did paranoid all of us, but this specific story is based on my older brother. My older brother was home alone. I think it was no, it wasn't after school. I think it was something to deal with something with one of us. So he was upstairs. So he was downstairs, and our mom for Valentine's Day, this was after it, got a big giant heart balloon from my, I think it was it from Dad?
It was Kathy's wedding and got a good giant balloon.
No, no, that giant heart balloon that made music.
I don't remember.
You don't remember that? Oh. I don't know if it was from my dad or from Cupid. I don't remember. Yes, I believe in Cupid. Don't judge me. So here's the story. So the balloon basically followed him everywhere. So he was downstairs. The balloon was moving, let me tell you, on its own. And so my brother got creeped out by it, I think. And so he decided to go upstairs and do some stuff. The balloon followed him up. And when Brandon came out of his room, the balloon was there. Let me tell you, nobody was home. He was home alone. Nobody but us. So, yeah, those are my haunted stories. If you have any relation to that, please comment down below. I do believe in the paranormal. I do believe in ghosts and spirits. Somebody here doesn't. And I'm talking about you.
I'm trying to focus on my slime. Shh.
Oh, you poor slime. Poor slime that you almost got stuck in the carpet.
None of this one.
But yeah. So if you like that story, please comment down below the story. And so I will be coming up with the next story next week before school starts. Like, yay, school! Everyone knows I'm sarcastic about that, but we need school to be able to get good jobs, get good education, have a decent job. Unless you don't want to. It's your choice. But she doesn't mean that. So I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.